Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we'll be discussing the Madden 20 Ultimate Team blog that was released last Thursday. So to start, we'll start with missions. And the Madden Ultimate Team developers describe missions as a roadmap to upgrading your squad with the items you want, with a clearly laid out path of how to earn those items or rewards. So I'm a little bit concerned about this being one of the big main features that they're highlighting here in the opening blog, because it seems like it's more catered towards those players that are sort of just coming into Ultimate Team and maybe not know as much of how to navigate things. I mean, describing it as a roadmap, if you're a veteran Madden Ultimate Team player that's been playing for a while, you know where sets are, you know how to navigate those sets, you know where solo challenges or now ultimate challenges are. You know how to get series trophies, you know, the auction house, browsing the store for packs, etc., stuff like that. So it seems like this is catering towards those players that haven't played as often and maybe don't know as much as some of the veteran players do. So I'm a little skeptical about how this tool will help me and other veteran Madden Ultimate Team players, as it seems like it's just making things a little bit easier. Instead of navigating over 3 or 4 menus and clicking on sets, you can click on the sets in the mission and it'll take you there. I mean, yeah, it'll save you 10 to 12 seconds here and there, but in the big picture, is this, a big feature that, someone like me would want to see? Not necessarily. However, I will give it time, and I haven't actually engaged with it yet, so I will hold back complete judgment until then. Now, moving on to Ultimate Challenges, which are now the new solo challenges from this past Madden and past years. Basically, you can play with your friends in these challenges. You'll also be able to play individually, and it has a new star system for difficulty. So you gain a certain number of stars, you can get into a higher reward tier. Lower level difficulty will be 1 star. Maybe you have to, only get 20 yards passing in order to win on rookie. But if you want the 3 stars, you might have to get 80 yards passing on the drive on all Madden difficulty. So you'll be able to complete each difficulty for all the stars if you so choose. However, the more stars that you are able to earn, the more difficult the challenge becomes. I think this is a great addition. I think one of the things that we're lacking is sort of the challenge in ultimate challenges or solo challenges this past year. It just seems like a grind they put in the journey. It's 100 solos or 170 solos, how many ever they decide to put in. It's just a complete grind. Yeah, it's helped that they have the moment system rather than complete games all the time. But I think being able to cater towards your difficulty and to the reward tier you want, if you want to play all of it, try to get all the stars, get max rewards, and complete those challenges, you're able to. And I think that's a great thing. I'm excited for this change to Ultimate Team. Now moving on to, I have the loading in and out of Ultimate Challenges. So this year, instead of going back out of each challenge, with the loading screen and then having to go back in, click a different challenge, loading screen, get in the challenge, you can just click next challenge and it'll take you there with just 1 loading screen rather than 2 and having to navigate to the desired challenge that you want. I think this is, it's a feature that the community's been griping for a while now. I think it's very good that they're able to put it in. I know some of the developers said in the past that in order to get this change in, it would be essentially one of the main priority features of the year, which would mean that it would be a light year for upgrades in Ultimate Team otherwise. It seems like they were able to get this feature in without going down that road. They were able to do it a little more seamlessly than maybe they originally thought. However, I don't know exactly what the challenges that they had to undertake to get this feature in. I think it's good. And for instance, if you play 20 consecutive ultimate challenges without going out and then you go out, you'll just get all those rewards at once too. So rather than getting 300 coins, having to back out of that, 350 coins back out, you'll just get that lump sum of coins and packs all at the end, which will also eliminate some of the time put on you when doing the ultimate challenges. I'm moving on to superstar abilities and XFactor abilities. So they say here the superstar and XFactor abilities will be supported in Madden Ultimate Team in Madden 20. What was known through the community dubbed as red chems is now going to be superstar abilities. So superstar abilities, like a player like Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady, might have perfect passing accuracy outside of the pocket. A running back like Alvin Kamara pictured here might be able to juke faster. And these will always be able to be done, unlike the XFactor abilities, which you'll have to earn in-game through completing certain milestone objectives. Like they give an example in a previous blog going through the XFactor abilities. Patrick Mahomes has the bazooka XFactor ability. Basically, you'd have to pass for 30 yards or more 4 times in a game to get that ability to throw 80 yards downfield. I don't know if I don't think XFactor abilities are going to be as impactful as we think. I've seen this point made up a lot. If you complete 4 30-plus yard throws in a game to unlock that 80-plus yard throw with Patrick Mahomes' bazooka arm, you're probably winning against that opponent. You're probably blowing that guy out by, a pretty decent margin. Are you really going to need the bazooka arm unless you're in a complete shootout with the guy? I just don't see the effectiveness of that and how often that's going to, actually matter. I think they might have to tone that down, maybe make it 2 or 3 times getting that 30-plus yards, just so we see it a little more. Obviously, then you have the issue of balancing. You don't want someone to just get that bazooka arm every game. It should be probably something that happens once in every, 10 to 12 games, at most. But I think maybe lowering that maybe to 3. 4 seems a bit excessive to me. I'm more concerned with the superstar abilities. I don't like, for instance, a quarterback having perfect passing accuracy when outside of the pocket. I don't know how that's going to tailor towards ratings. Are ratings just not going to matter? Is your perfect pass accuracy outside of the pocket going to make up for I know these ratings, someone that's going to have perfect pass accuracy when outside of the pocket is going to probably have higher accuracy to begin with. But, there was a big problem this year with people just scrambling 20 yards back, having 2 guys in their face and then throwing it up and the receiver being able to come down with it for a 30-plus yard gain. I don't want to see that again in Madden 20, where you're just able to run outside the pocket, and because your guy has perfect pass accuracy, superstar ability, he can just, essentially get bailed out. I think that eliminates some of the skill gap. I think we want to bring the skill gap. We want to make the skill gap wider rather than bring it in. We want guys to be able to, and players to be able to prove that they can beat other players based on their skill, not give people, essentially a free pass and able to narrow that skill gap to where, someone who's not as good at the game or has a completely lower overall team is able to compete with someone who's, frankly, just better at the game or has a better team or a combination of both, just because of some of these superstar abilities. But again, like missions, I'll reserve judgment until I actually get my hands on the game in late July. Now, moving on to player archetypes. They kind of had this year, although it was not as prevalent as it seems this year. They had the screen in the depth chart menus where you're able to put a player as, a pass rushing outside linebacker or pass rushing defensive end. But this seems to be looking more at the ratings that differentiate these guys. For instance, a speed rushing outside linebacker is going to have higher block shed, power and finesse move, and speed, compared to a pass coverage outside linebacker who's probably going to have higher man coverage, zone coverage, play rec, awareness, ratings like that. So I think this feature is good. Seems like they've built upon it from Madden 19, and I hope they continue to do that because I think it's important to have different archetypes and different play styles in the game. Lastly, house rules. This was in beta and Madden 19 dropped a few months ago. I really liked it. A lot of the community backlash was that the rules kind of repeated, go for 2, get 8 points. A rush from 40 plus yards out would be like 15 points, 20 plus, or between 20 and 40 yards would be 12 points, rather than the 6 points you normally get for a touchdown. That was kind of repeated. But it seems here they're going to be able to offer more scenarios and also drop you into in-game stuff. So for instance, like college overtime rules, they can drop you and your opponent in to a college overtime setting. You'll start at the opposing 25-yard line, and you'll go from there. So it'll be a lot quicker experience rather than a full game. So I think that's a really good step forward, and I hope they continue to evolve this house rules mode, because I think it's a very fun and exciting mode that a lot of people enjoyed this year and will look forward to next year. So that's the end of going through this Madden 20 Ultimate Team developer blog. Thank you for everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.